All right, so get this. We're diving into something kind of wild today. You ever have like a question and you end up like going down this rabbit hole of search results? Clicking through tons of links.
Oh, yeah.
Well, imagine this. You ask a question and bam, get a super clear answer pulled straight from the best sources on the web. No more like endless scrolling, just the info you need when you need it.
Like having a research superpower.
Exactly. And that's what's so huge about this ChatGPT upgrade. It can actually like access information straight from the web now.
It's a total game changer.
It's not just stuck with what it already knows. It's about what it can find out for you, like instantly.
It's really breaking this gap between like those old school chat bots and a real in-depth research tool.
Right, like remember those things. Barely answer the simplest question. Now we've got something that can like understand what you're asking, figure out if it needs to check the live web, and give you the answer in like a way that actually makes sense.
It's a big step forward for AI, for sure.
Okay, so let's say you need to know the score of the Warriors game.
Or how your NVIDIA stock is doing.
You can just ask ChatGPT, and it'll pull it right up.
Right there in your conversation.
That's so wild. But how does it know when to like ditch its internal knowledge and go straight to the web?
Well, think of it this way. If your question needs like real-time data, like those game scores or stock prices, it knows to go check the web. Or if you ask something super specific that even its huge database doesn't cover,
Got it.
it'll automatically search for answers.
So it's like it knows its limits.
Exactly.
This is huge for research. Imagine no more crafting the perfect search term or sorting through pages of results. You just ask naturally like you're talking to someone.
And it changes how we interact with information. Remember that Positano, Italy trip example?
Oh yeah, you could ask about the weather next week.
And bam, ChatGPT pulls up a detailed forecast.
The visuals and
And
everything.
you keep the conversation going. Ask about restaurants, nearby attractions, transportation. It remembers everything you've talked about.
That's insane. It's like having a travel agent, a research assistant, and like a personal encyclopedia all in one. Yeah.
It's not just finding info. It's about experiencing it in a way that just makes sense.
So intuitive. And speaking of experiencing information, let's talk about those visual results. The examples they gave were amazing.
They're really something else.
Like the NVIDIA stock example.
You don't just see numbers. You get a whole chart showing how the market cap has been trending.
Whoa.
For sports fans, you can see the Golden State Warriors' full game schedule, dates, times, opponents, all laid out visually.
Okay, that's super cool.
What else? If you're following like the energy crisis in Cuba, it can show you headlines from different news sources.
So you can see how it's being reported.
Exactly. And even beyond text and images. Remember searching for absolute bagels?
Yes, it pulled up a map with each
And
location.
when you clicked one, you got hours, reviews,
And
photos.
so much detail.
It's about giving you a richer way to access information.
This is amazing, but with all this power to pull info from the web, how do we know it's coming from good sources?
That's where their emphasis on sourcing comes in.
Okay, that makes sense. It's got to be from places we can trust.
It's a win-win. Users get accurate info, and the publishers creating that good content get more visibility.
Right, so everyone benefits.
Exactly.
So it's about connecting people with like the best sources of information out there.
Exactly. Users get good info, and publishers get more engagement.
That's a win-win.
And speaking of sources, they actually included a quote in the materials about this
Oh, really? From who?
from Pam Wasserstein, the president of Vox Media.
Okay, cool. What'd she say?
She was talking about how ChatGPT search will highlight information from good sources.
Which is good for everyone, right?
Yeah, it benefits audiences. A&D helps the publishers who are putting out that quality journalism.
That makes sense. So it's not just about getting answers, it's about making sure those answers are coming from places we can trust.
And ChatGPT doesn't just tell you what it found. It shows you where it found it, too.
Oh, wow. So like footnotes or something.
Kind of. Every response has a sources button.
You click that
A
and
sidebar pops open, listing all the references.
so you can see exactly where the info is from.
And it's not just a jumbled mess of links. It's really clearly formatted.
Oh, nice. So like in that backyard improvement example they gave.
You can see that the info was coming from sites like the Spruce and Family Handyman.
So you know it's from legit experts.
This transparency is huge. It builds trust and makes sure good journalism isn't lost in this new AI world.
And there was a quote from Matthias Sanchez of Axel Springer about this too.
Right. He said something like, this isn't just about finding answers. It's about making sure original content is part of the conversation. So it's about connecting people with that good stuff that's already out there.
But like, how does this even work? What's the magic behind it all?
At its heart, it's powered by GPT-4. But they've taken it a step further by integrating it with third-party providers and content from partners.
So it's not just relying on one thing.
It's like a hybrid approach, combining the best of both worlds.
And it builds on that Search GPT thing they were testing a while back.
Exactly. They took that prototype, refined it based on feedback, and turned it into this.
That's cool. So what's next? What are they working on for the future?
Well, they've hinted at even better search for things like shopping and travel.
Oh, like imagine finding the perfect pair of hiking boots for that Positano trip.
And having ChatGPT pull up visuals, reviews, price comparisons, everything you need.
Stop, I'm sold. What about deeper research capabilities?
They're working on that too with the new O1 series of models.
So you could ask like super complex questions.
And get insightful summaries and analysis pulled from a ton of different sources.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
But the best part is they want to make this available to everyone.
Seriously? That's amazing. So everyone can have access to these tools.
They believe everyone should have this power to learn, explore, connect with information.
It's like a whole new era for how we access information. It's so exciting.
It really is. But with all this talk about ChatGPT and its new search, I can't help but wonder about Perplexity.
Yeah. Perplexity's been doing really well in the AI search world.
They've been praised for their accuracy and transparency.
And their detailed answers with citations are kind of like what ChatGPT's doing now.
So the question is, how will Perplexity adapt with ChatGPT entering the scene?
Competition is always good, right?
It pushes everyone to be better. I think Perplexity needs to focus on what makes it unique.
Find its niche and really excel in that area.
Maybe it becomes the ultimate tool for academic research.
Or maybe it doubles down on creating a super personalized experience.
It's fascinating to see how this all plays out. The future of search is changing right in front of us.
And who knows what other amazing innovations are coming next.
It's an exciting time to be following this. It feels like the possibilities are endless.
It's all about empowering people with knowledge in the end.
Giving them access to information in ways we never thought possible.
And it makes you wonder what other incredible changes AI will bring to how we learn and interact with the world.
It's not just about finding answers. It's about unlocking human curiosity, and that's something worth being excited about.
Absolutely. Okay, well, sadly, we're going to have to wrap up this deep dive here. But before we go, I got to ask the question that's like on everyone's mind. With all this talk about ChatGPT and its crazy new search powers.
You mean, is this the Google killer?
Haha. Yeah. Google's been the king for so long, but ChatGPT's coming in hot.
It's like a total search engine showdown.
Right. And it's way too early to say who wins. Google's got the experience and the infrastructure, but ChatGPT's got this whole new way of doing things.
This conversational approach that just feels more natural.
Yeah, it's like instead of searching through a card catalog.
You're talking to a librarian who can point you in the right direction.
I love that analogy. So what do you think will decide the winner?
It's all about the user. Which tool gives you the best info the easiest way?
The most accurate, the most trustworthy, and the most fun to use.
Exactly.
So will Google step up their game, or will ChatGPT's approach win out?
And don't forget, there might be a whole other player out there.
Someone we haven't even thought of yet.
Ready to disrupt everything.
It's like we're watching a tech thriller unfold. But no matter who wins, the future of search is changing right now. And that's pretty exciting.
It really is. And it's all driven by this idea of making information better for everyone.
That's what I love about it. It's not just about the tech. It's about the people.
Connecting us with the knowledge that can make our lives better.
Exactly. So go out there and try it for yourself.
Experience ChatGPT search firsthand.
See how it changes the way you learn and explore.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
It's like stepping into a whole new world of possibilities. Maybe you'll even be part of shaping the future of search.
Because that's what this is all about. This is what AI can be.
Not just a cool gadget, but a tool that helps us learn, grow, and understand the world better.
A tool that connects us with ideas we might never have found on our own.
It's about unlocking the power of human curiosity, and that's something worth celebrating.
So let's dive into this new era of search together, with open minds and a desire to learn.
And who knows, maybe we'll see you on the other side of the search revolution.